From my book on morning moments, this is a morning moment. My dad told me a story when I was young, and he would use it from the pulpit quite often, a true story about a missionary who had been over in Africa for many, many years. He was over there for so many years, his children died, his wife died, and he never got to see them and never got to come back home. In all the years he was over there, he didn't make enough money. He wasn't sponsored enough by any organization to come home. And so after his wife and children died, a few of the natives over there and a few of the people that knew him over there took up enough of an offering to send him back home to New York. And so he went on a ship, and he was going back to New York. And on that ship was Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt was the president of the country at that time, had been over on a big game shoot over in Africa and hunting wild animals, was surrounded by all types of security and all that. And so he knew who the president was. He kept up enough information in the news over there and knew that he was on the ship, but he couldn't get near him and all that. By the time they landed in New York, there was a big gangplank that was put down there, and they had a big entourage to meet the president, and all of his men were going along with him. They took him and put him into to limousines and took him down the streets of New York City, and a big ticker tape parade was given. As he went down the street, you could see all this stuff was going on, and this man was still standing on the ship. There was no one to meet him. And as he was watching all these people, men would run off, their wives would meet them at the gangplank, and all the different families would be there, and families were getting off of it. He stood there all by himself and burst into tears. He said, "Father, I have been over there in Africa for years. I've been serving you. I've been serving you by getting people saved. I saw great things happen over there, but I come home," he says, "and there's no one here to meet me. The president had a great entourage. All these people had family, but I came home and there was no one to meet me." And he said the Lord spoke to him and said, "You haven't come home yet." Wow. What a great story. Can you imagine what kind of entrance we're going to have into heaven? We are told in 2 Peter 1:11, "So an entrance shall be ministered to you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom." Folks, this world is not your home. You're just passing through. You have a home in heaven that's prepared for eternity, and boy, does God have a welcome for you when you get there. Whew. Have a great day.
There is no better way to start your day than a few moments spent with Jesus. Morning Moments is a compilation of teachings by Pastor Bob Yandian that will inspire and impart God's truth to your heart in just a few moments each day. To order Morning Moments, go to bobyandian.com or call 918-250-2207.